Welcome back to Playing Voodoo. I'm your host Derek, and joining me today is Alex and Martin.
Yeah, season 44, episode 1.
We're off to
We are here to recap Survivor season 44, episode 1.
Alright, so
I'll just say this right off the bat. I definitely this episode did my Bruno Mars impression. Yes, I caught a grenade,
yeah,
and that was Maddie was voted out of this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not good at picking teams. So
I mean, she was the 5th round. It's not like I guess I chose her early.
Bruce, that was the big one.
and that was the first.
That was just I didn't see the intro. And honestly, for the editors, why was that even included?
What?
Like showing that he was hurt going into this episode.
They like making Survivor seem like it's so dangerous now. And apparently it is, because me and Martin talked about it. We talked a little bit about the winner's edit. Best edit.
Will. Yeah.
Huh? What?
The medic, Will.
Yeah.
He has a good chance to win.
The best winner. The best winner edit is the doctor so far.
Yeah.
He
Dr.
showed-
Will.
Yeah, 3 times.
I've seen Dr. Will win a reality TV show before.
Yeah, season 2 Big Brother.
Yeah, it might happen again.
No, he got called out 3 times. I think the first one was obviously 4 times. We saw him 4 times.
4. Yep.
Yeah, we saw
Bruce
Bruce twice.
twice.
Then
Matt.
Matthew. He goes by Matthew from what I gathered.
Yeah, and then so this is the other thing. So there's two Matthews. Okay.
I think the other one goes by Matt.
Yeah. Okay. So the one on the Green Tribe, he's going to go by Matt. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one's Matthew.
Yeah. That's the rules we're setting.
distinction.
That's the rules we're setting up in our universe. Okay. So Matthew got hurt climbing up that rock. And
Why? But
he thinks he's Cody or something. And then Brandon, I think probably was
exhaustion.
I think that was like the least needed one,
Yeah.
because I think I don't know, everyone was competing. I think it was, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's to me.
He did the sweat beforehand too, so I wonder if that played into it.
Yeah, he could have been really exhausted, dehydrated, but it really
So
just came out to dry.
I want to talk about the episode, but I do want to talk about our draft a bit.
Yeah.
I want to sell like all my stock in the tribe that went to tribal council. I don't know the name.
Ratu.
Orange Tribe, right?
Yeah.
Is it Ratu?
Ratu.
So who do you got in it?
I had Maddie. I still have Lauren and Kane. Although they're more level-headed, but
Lauren stresses me out.
yes.
I think she's very strong. I think she's playing really hard. She reminds me of Drea a little bit. Like, I feel like for some reason she's just gonna get all these advantages and never really use them.
Well, speaking about getting all of the advantages, we'll talk about advantages more because there's a new advantage which lets you get all of the advantages.
Stupid.
Who
But-
has that? My
Yes,
first round
Sarah.
pick.
Let's talk about the first challenge, just the reward challenge, I guess. You either get your flint or you have to do sweater savvy.
Oh, okay, yeah. So can we go through the actual first challenge
Yeah.
where Carolyn botched it?
Yeah.
Which was rough to watch. I remember I didn't want that. First of all, I'm gonna say it. I hate everyone this season except for Yam Yam. Yeah.
That was my main takeaway from the episode. Yam Yam should have been first pick.
I love Yam Yam, dude. I love Yam Yam. I don't think he's gonna win, because how you can take
No.
Yam Yam to the finals?
He's probably not going to win, but he's someone you want to root for.
And now you can't take either one of the Puerto Ricans to the final 4 because they both kick ass at fire. So,
Yeah.
Heidi's the other one, right?
Heidi, yeah.
Yeah, Heidi and Yam Yam both made fire like day 1.
Yeah.
So you can't take either one of the Puerto Ricans to the finals because they know how to make fire. So
Not wrong.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, Yam Yam, he's dope. I love Yam Yam.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But yeah, we'll go through the first challenge. Carolyn really botched it. Good pick, Martin.
Oh, I mean, she was my last pick anyways.
Yeah, she had to take off her pants because I guess that was holding her back or something.
I don't know why. I mean, obviously she was in line to get one of the rings, but why couldn't they switch the order like
I don't know.
through it?
I've heard people talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they switch
Well,
out?
she would have to come back and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but you
why-
still want to at least try to get like some momentum or
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
kind of show her like, hey, this is how you do it. It doesn't look that hard to fucking do. You just toss the
You have to have a lot of power.
Well, like, both like the other teams did it like their first tries.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think my first guy, Josh, he did it, like just threw it up, and then Matt was
Yeah.
pretty
Danny.
quick at it. Danny was really fast.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can't be that hard.
No.
So I don't know.
Other thing I do want to note, I guess, about that first challenge we saw. What do you guys make of? it was definitely like different editing. I think at least
The
in the
slow
mud.
motion.
Yeah.
Oh god,
From
that
what
was.
we usually
I
see.
remember watching that where he cut his head and they put that muddy hand right on. I'm like, oh, the infection coming up. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. No, I mean, I'm getting sick of the slow motion. Not gonna lie.
And any notes on like the edit before the challenge?
Okay, so this is another thing that I don't might be spoiler. I don't know, but the last 3 seasons, whoever Jeff talks to on the mat has won because they talk to Erica on the mat, they talk to Gabriel on the mat, and they talk to Marianne on the mat. So if Jeff talks to you,
Do you have the names he talked to?
It
this
was
time
Yam Yam, right?
Yam Yam, Matthew, I think Franny, and then I think the other was it the one Matthew or 2 Matthews? Was they on the Orange Tribe?
It was the Ratu Matthew.
Matthew, okay, not Matt.
No.
No, okay, so Matthew, Franny, and Yam Yam all were spoken to and all got to speak. So
We'll see. I don't know if there's a winner in there, to be honest. But
I think
do you think? I mean, I don't know too much
Franny
about
had
it.
a good episode, so
She did. Do you think that he talks to like everybody beforehand and they just
Yeah,
edit it down?
they had
Okay.
the more important characters?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then who got the confessionals before? Like when
A
like,
lot
after
of people
first
did.
start?
Everyone got 2 confessionals this episode.
No, but I'm saying like when they come out.
Oh,
that, like intro, like.
well,
sequence.
it started off with Carolyn,
Yeah.
which was the cold open, which was really weird.
It was her not knowing how to do it, huh?
Yeah, where they're like, "Hey, Carolyn, speak," and she's like, "I don't know how," kind of thing. Survivor's never done that before.
Oh,
That's the first time.
and it was clear throughout the episode. She did not know how to speak. She was just making sounds kind of like Nora did.
She's got big Nora energy.
Big Nora energy.
And that's the first time it produced, besides the whole Kelly Kim situation, that's the first time it produced.
You hear their voice.
Yeah, you hear their voice. You did it in season 39 because of the whole sexual harassment thing.
Also Nora on
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah. Good parallel, I guess, or good
Yeah.
correlation. But, yeah, so that's the first time we've seen it. And it's a weird cold open. I haven't seen
Yeah.
this, but I'm okay with it. The editors are having fun, it seems like.
Yep, they are. And then we get a slightly new twist on this. I have enjoyed the Sweat for Savvy. It's just a little small wrinkle, at least for the start of the game, that's I do enjoy it.
Getting tired of
And
it.
rather this time, both tribes don't get to choose, but the third tribe gets whatever the second tribe doesn't choose.
Yeah.
I think who went to tribe? Orange tribe.
Orange picked first because Carolyn botched it.
I think Orange.
When
I would have gone Savvy because you either know right away whether or not you have your materials, and you're working
Yeah.
with everyone.
And it's a smaller time frame too, because it's 15 minutes for the Savvy, where the Sweat was 4 hours.
Yeah, but you have to look at it doesn't seem like that tribe is full of brainiacs on Orange.
No.
They're more muscle. I think it worked out perfectly because if they chose Savvy, I think they wouldn't have gotten it.
Probably, I don't know.
Because who would you put in there if you're on that? Maybe Jamie or
I mean, Kane is in law school.
Kane.
Kane.
Probably Kane and
Best bet.
Lauren. Probably
She's a teacher, yeah.
Yeah, probably that. But then it's like, so if Purple had to do that Savvy challenge or the Sweat challenge, who are you gonna pick then? I think
Purple would have failed.
I think they lucked out because Bruce would have probably ended up doing that challenge, and I think that would have been way worse with his injury coming up.
he
too.
he wouldn't have finished the challenge.
Probably not. No, it would have been pretty bad. So I think they lucked out on that.
Yeah.
You got anything to say, Martin?
No, I think you guys kind of covered it right
But I'd be remiss without mentioning there was something else overshadowing what went down, like when people were doing the Sweat and
Fucking
Savvy
cage.
challenge. Birdcage.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
Birdcage.
Yeah.
Is this the first time they've done it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta find the key for it.
And it's public too, so it's a lot harder to kind of hide it.
Kinda.
I like that.
Well, it's actually not because there's 2 things in there. There's a fake one and a real one.
We didn't know that.
They didn't.
Yeah.
I think they kind of got leaked. But what would you guys do?
Like if I found it,
Okay, how are you gonna play it just in general? So we saw how Orange did it, where they kind of looked as a group. Would you do that or?
Oh, I've thought about it, like with be aware advantages and stuff. I honestly would like point someone to like where the key is, where the advantage is, and then just have them bite the bullet and use it against them, to be honest.
that's not a bad way of doing it.
Yeah, I guess it.
Can't trust them.
It takes the pressure off of you.
Yeah, I was just thinking, why don't you just find the key and then just Throw in the ocean. Yeah. Just so you know, no one can get it.
No.
What are the
Yeah.
odds production would either make a
They
new
put
key or
another one
cheat?
out there
Yeah.
and be like, motherfucker, you think we can't make another key?
But yeah, I was hoping that it would be something, the birdcage, like a storyline that would build throughout the season, maybe a few episodes, and we finally see someone find the key. But we did see someone find it this first episode,
Yeah,
and that was Brandon.
yeah.
And
Lucky he did find it.
yeah, well, I don't know if his back was against the wall if he didn't find it. We'll see. Who knows?
Maybe that's what put a target on him.
Yeah, but
You think he made the right choice of not working with Maddie on it? Because it was him and Maddie that kind of like came across it.
I think she was already suspicious.
first impressions are always a big deal.
Yeah, she was already suspicious of him, and then him finding the idol didn't help. So I think he probably made the right call. It just didn't seem like they were going to be able to work together.
They're feeling each other's energies. I couldn't honestly tell. Who knows how they really, I mean, we saw how they felt about working with each other, but it was hard to discern that in the moment.
Yeah, I don't think they were going to work well together. So
No. During all that time, I mean, we get to know more a little bit about the relationships that are being built. So the Green Tribe, I believe, who looks very strong right now, we see a relationship kind of budding between Franny and Matt.
have you heard anything about this? at
No,
all? You guys haven't heard anything?
no.
So apparently there's going to be a showmance.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard that.
So there you go. I think it's going to be those two and have a showmance.
Okay. Does anybody want Franny?
Wait, you don't want Franny? I'll take her. If you're gonna put her on waivers, I'll pick her up.
No, I'm not putting her on waivers.
I'll trade you.
No, we've seen showmances. I mean, you don't see them too often in Survivor. You see them a lot in Big Brother.
Yeah.
And they are successful in Big Brother.
Yeah, I heard it's easier. It's better to have a showmance than Big Brother. Survivor, it's just you don't really brush your teeth or bathe. So it's really hard to.
It's hard to be romantic in the moment.
It is really hard to be
Yeah.
romantic. We're just like, yeah, it's hard to. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the environment to start a romance, but apparently some people do.
When was like the last one?
Oh man, what was there one?
37?
37. No, Dean and Dean had one on kind of on 39, right? Dean with that one with Chelsea, she got voted off pretty early, but they were cuddling a lot.
But they just accessed so quick that it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
40 didn't really have any. 38, no.
You have to go way back.
I think it was probably 37.
Yeah,
Probably Cara and Dan.
Yeah, probably.
But that they kind of broke up too.
Yeah, that one seemed really just.
And she left him for
one-sided.
Alec. 36 didn't really have it. Yeah, no, it's been a while. 35 I think was the last true one with Jessica and Cole. But yeah,
True, that one too. Yeah.
showmance. Yep, we got it. Figgy and Taylor.
We also get more insight on the Purple Tribe. Right?
Yeah, I feel like that's not Tribe's
So we see Bruce. He does well, kind of recovers at the challenge, but does not do so hot.
Yeah, they had
back
a
at camp.
him.
Hate to see it, honestly. Not the way
That's been the first medevac in like 5 seasons.
since Pat
Oh, I mean Jackson kind of.
Jackson. They pulled him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time it's ever happened on day 1, man.
Yeah.
Or pretty close. That's the worst
Yeah.
part. Is it was like the first day.
You hate to see it, honestly, because everyone wants to be out there, and he obviously did not want to leave the game.
I've heard stuff, Jeff. Like, did you read or listen to the podcast at all that he did?
I
Yeah,
just
didn't he mention-
watched the episode.
So Jeff on the podcast confirmed that they've invited Bruce back for like a future season.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see him again in the future.
He
Yeah.
seems-
They could do something like that where it's like they bring him back, Jackson and Pat, like all like players that never went to tribal but they played Survivor for a couple days, like because it would be like season 25 where they brought back injured players. They could do it again.
Well, like the big thing I took from the podcast is that Bruce has been in their casting pool for like years now.
Really?
So it's one of those things where like they finally got him on and then he's out day one. So,
Yeah,
like,
that really sucks.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
That's it. You could see how
he
sad
seemed very
was.
personable. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
He seemed like the most normal person of this season so far, especially on that track compared to Yam Yam and Carolyn.
Yeah.
He seems like the most like calm. So it's
Hate to see it.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like they said, and Jeff's I guess stated on his podcast, maybe we'll see him in the future. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it'd be nice
dope.
to see him. Just, I mean, and then if he
it doesn't even have to be on a returning season. Just bring him on.
Yeah,
with
no,
new
I mean,
people.
he really didn't play. He really didn't play. He really doesn't have much experience to like help his tribe.
Or I mean, like you guys just mentioned, if you're bringing 3 people back,
him, Jackson, and Pat, dude.
make them team captain.
Yeah, team captains never went to tribal, so it's like they'd just be starting over.
Yeah,
they wouldn't really have an advantage. You can't be like, oh, it's a returning player. It's like they barely played. They barely played. They spent a night there.
But so yeah, he's removed from the game. Presumably, a lot of their muscle is now gone, but it did not affect
have
him.
To carry the tribe.
Hey, Carson put on 30 pounds for the show, man.
Yeah, no, he's looking fit, man.
Honestly, if you told me, I thought he weighed more. 145 is still pretty light.
Yeah, he's flyweight.
It's featherweight.
Featherweight, yeah.
He'd be fighting the likes of Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh man, he could take him. Yeah. No, the girls on that tribe are actually really strong. I think.
They are.
Caroline, I don't think she's really agile, but like Sarah Wade and Helen both seem like they're pretty.
Helen's smart. I mean, we saw in the Savvy.
Yeah, and so is Carson. So puzzles, not gonna have a problem with puzzles.
Nope.
It's gonna be the physical stuff, right?
I think so, but.
Yam.
Yeah, Yam. He's a fucking beast, dude. I just think the Green Tribe is just overall just dominant, though.
What do you make of, I guess, some of the relationships that were forming on that tribe?
Purple Tribe?
Yes.
So
with the 3 younger.
So we could talk. Green Tribe really didn't have a lot of like.
Other than Franny and
we
saw a little bit with Heidi.
A little bit. No, I'm talking like just like you didn't really see strategy.
No.
Just Matt and Franny. So we really won't focus on the Green Tribe, even though my first round pick's on the Green Tribe. But the Purple Tribe.
My first round pick's also on the Green Tribe.
Yeah. Yeah, the Purple Tribe. It seems like it's gonna be young versus old, in a way. Man, I don't know how far Carolyn's gonna go. Because I think the young guys the young kids are gonna stick together. I don't know.
I feel like if I was out there, I'd want to I would want to keep Yam because he just makes camp life happy.
That's what I'm saying. So I think like if they go to tribal council, which I think is gonna happen, Carolyn's gonna go. I feel like.
Yeah, and I think
But Sarah doesn't have a vote for the next tribal council.
She doesn't. Which let's get to that. So. We get the beach walk again for an advantage. I'm over it, to be honest.
Yeah, Shipwheel Island.
I do want to point out that Lauren's kind of way of doing it was kind of smart. Because she picked out the rocks.
Yeah.
From minutes ago, and she knew which one it was.
Yeah. It was sneaky.
A little sneaky.
Yeah. Everyone seemed like they wanted to go this season. Why?
Except for Matt.
Matt didn't want to go?
No, Matt didn't want to go, but he took the short straw, so he ended up going anyways.
But Carolyn and Yam both wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I don't know.
To be honest, if I went, it's too early. Your vote's too important. The way I see it.
That's what also.
But a lot of people did not care about their vote this tribal council from what we saw.
We'll get
or not tribal council. This episode.
We'll get into.
There was like a handful.
We'll get into that. No, and I didn't like this advantage either because it made you do it. So that's obviously the producers.
You're forced to play at least once.
Yeah, the producers are obviously like, you can put fucking advantages in this game and you're gonna fucking like it. So they really want advantages in this season.
So rather than getting into the advantages, we'll get into them shortly. What do you, I guess, make of their each individual's strategy to like playing?
Well, it's also interesting that you saw pretty much all different. You saw each way it could have turned out, except
it turned out all 3.
Yeah, except someone picking out and saying no vote and then leaving.
True.
That's the only one that didn't. But we saw someone lose everything. Someone lose a vote.
That was Matt.
Matt lost everything. Lost 2 votes at the next 2 tribal councils. Sarah, that's your pick. Sarah, she lost a vote but got the
inheritance.
The OP. So he looked it up, I guess, or did Jeff talk about it?
No, I paused the episode when she had the little like.
And you read it?
And then I just read it from there.
Fucking nerd.
Well, back and I paused it on there, dude. But that thing is.
So wait, what? So explain the rules.
From what I understand, at a tribal council, when she goes into the voting booth, she can play this inheritance advantage.
So she doesn't have to play in front of
So
everyone.
it's like an idle nullifier. It has to be played beforehand.
Yeah, it's played beforehand. It's played in like the voting booth where you vote, and she would get any advantage that's played at that tribal.
Oh man, dude, so would she get like? So what if like 3 idols are played? She gets 3 idols.
I'm assuming that's how it works out.
Dude, man,
I think which
is crazy.
With it being played, I think that means there's something that won't be played or won't be in the season. Knowledge is power can't be in the season then. If that's
what
an advantage.
I kept reading was like people were like, man, they're so disappointed that knowledge is power never worked out. They just made a stronger one and put it in the game.
Yeah, they're really pissed off. I think they got. It could be back in the game. I think.
I don't know.
Do you think it was advantage aside? Do you think it was at this time we knew Bruce was already removed? So there's 5 in that tribe. Do you think it was smart from Sarah to risk her vote?
Well, she had to for the first one, no matter what.
Yeah.
You have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, they forced you to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to do
I did not get that from
no, you have to play it the first time. So that's what I'm saying. So the producers are obviously trying to get advantages.
Are you sure?
Positive, because that was where they were like, oh, well, might as well just do it.
No, I just figured all of them are going to do it regardless.
No, they all had to do it.
Because then from that point, it's a 50-50 chance of losing it again or getting the advantage. Yeah. So I think that's where they're pushing it
because
towards.
Oh, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I would.
It should be a choice. Yeah. I wouldn't play.
I would be like, fuck this, dude. I would quit. I'd be like, I'm done. I'm not losing a vote. That's like the most important thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's where Matt was leaning at the start, but he had to play. So then when he loses his vote, he's like, well, now it's 50%.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he said he's going to play at least once to see what happens.
Well, he had to. That was the thing. He had to play. So
that's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, huh? But yeah, so we all saw all 3 scenarios that could have turned out, and
then they get back to camp, and
Lauren got the Banka vote.
She did,
which is actually
I do like that.
Of all the advantages,
that's a good one.
It's the least disturbing in my mind.
It is.
It's where
they've had that before on the show, right?
She abstains from 1 vote and she gets another vote for another.
Lauren Rimmer had that in season 35.
Yeah.
Where she was just pushing the parchment off. She was like throwing the parchment away. But yeah.
It's early to have it, but yes.
But so we'll go into it because she didn't play it. She's activated it now. She banked her vote.
What do you make of each of their stories back at camp?
I think Sarah had the best one.
Okay, first of all, that's so biased.
I thought Matt did.
And then Matt was
Lauren had the worst.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have the note.
She pretty much told him what the advantage they were fighting for was, what she got.
Yeah, and then Matt was the one that
Matt hid the fact that he lost 2, but he lost 1.
Yeah.
I think smart.
Yeah, we'll see.
He might get sent home first, but I think it's smart to reveal at least that he lost 1.
Yeah, and he had the note too. Yeah. So it was kind of but I think also Sarah was also saying like the whole setup was different than it was.
Sarah was playing off the previous seasons where it's like the wheel.
Yeah.
And she's like, we won't find out till we go.
But 43 was different, which they don't know.
43 was different. It was but they didn't go back either. I don't think. Did they?
Which one was 43?
So 43 was where they were like in the water, and then they had to like put the dye in or something.
Oh, okay.
But they never went back.
43, you made your choice. I mean, this was the first time it's been individual. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what other people do, essentially.
Yeah, it was all your decision.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how it plays out.
The only reason I bring it up is because we see later on in the episode, come the immunity challenge, we see Matthew and Claire sit out for their respective tribes, and during the challenge, Claire reveals information to Matthew that
Matt had he brought the note back.
That Matt brought the note back, and that essentially Lauren was withholding information from her tribe.
Yeah, but it didn't really seem. It seemed to kind of have an effect, but it was weird how that tribe's a mess right now.
It is. There's no trust on that tribe.
No, it seemed like Matthew and Brandon have some kind of trust, but I just you just want to get into tribal because there's a lot.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about the challenge. I mean, we already talked about the winner's edit being Will.
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah.
Brandon had to sit out there for a bit, but
got overheated. Yeah.
Yeah. that tribe. So Martin, after he texted me, it was probably the funniest thing I read that night, where he said, "Why is Jamie the Arizona representative?"
Because we have one right here.
Yeah, it should have. It was
should be Alex.
So
is that tribe your worst nightmare if you're on it?
Oh, man, this is the craziest thing. Kane seems like the most stable one out of everyone.
I thought Maddie was. I mean, I guess she was pushing a vote.
Maddie was. So I remember seeing her like.
I don't think she was like frantic or anything.
The thing with her is she wanted to control the votes, and
for sure
she wanted. That was one of the things she said, like in her interviews, like before.
She wanted to play hard, yeah.
She's like, I don't want to play a social game. I want to play a strategic game. I want to run the votes. And I remember watching that, being like, you're 25 or something. I'm like, no. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, that was definitely, I think, one of the reasons I picked her. I recall that now. Yeah. She said she's not going to wait to the merge. She doesn't want to hide back and play. She wants to play right from the get-go.
Why? Hide, man. Just hide. Don't piss people off. Just play. Not everyone's Tony, man. Not everyone can just run the table like that.
But, I guess to speak on her behalf, there's only one vote that sent her home.
Yeah. So... I'm just gonna go off on Jamie here. So, what is the deal with playing your shot in the dark?
I thought it was done. I thought they weren't bringing that back, but they did.
They obviously did, and I think it's here to stay for a while. To be honest, I don't really like it, but she's the first.
It's finally successful.
Yeah, finally, Jamie was the first one to ever get it.
Was it needed? No.
No, it wasn't. No one
fucking voted. Does it count as being successful though if there were no votes on Jamie?
Yeah, it was successul that she.
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah, she got safety.
Yeah. So, but we were talking about it. It's like, so I want to hear why you guys think she played it, because I don't think she was even a fucking.
Didn't want to be first boot.
But she wasn't even a target.
Didn't want to be first boot.
Do you think that's generally? I think it was she didn't want to.
Did she have connections with anybody? We didn't really see her talk.
I mean, they show people like approaching her for like the Brandon.
It seemed like if anything, she was in the middle.
Yeah, like she had like the choice to go either way.
Yeah, that was the thing. I feel like it was more like she didn't want to vote because she didn't want to like vote. I think she was just nervous about the decision.
That could be true.
And this is the first vote. I mean, if you're nervous now, there's going to be much more difficult votes down the line that you're going to have to get used to. So I think this should have been practice for everyone. I don't condone playing the knowledge is power or the whatever shot in the dark on your first vote, unless you're in danger. If you're in danger, go ahead.
And you only get one per season, right? So it's like she can't do it anymore.
I think so, yeah. So it was, why are you wasting it now? Unless you just want to get it out. Yeah, no, this was bad play by both her and Matthew. I think Matthew had the same thing.
Honestly,
where he didn't want to vote out Brandon.
I see a lot of people twisting Matthews in the positive light, though. Like, when I read it online.
It could be used in a bad way. I mean, I haven't read anything or listened to anything. I just barely watched the episode 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But if it was a strategic way to signal to Brandon, hey, you better fucking play your idol, because you're going, basically make him flush his idol in the process of...
Is that what you're hearing?
Of this vote.
So I've heard that with the Jamie one, where she like announces her shot in the dark and that tips off Brandon.
But he was tipped off because both of his people that he thought were going to vote with him don't have a vote.
The one with Matthew that I keep hearing is that he played his... Because he didn't want to put a vote on Brandon, since him and Brandon
I figured that as well.
Have some sort of relationship in the tribe.
Then fucking vote for Maddie. Why? So why is...
Like, that's why
I figued that as well.
That's why I thought both of them did it, is because they didn't want to vote for Brandon. And I'm like, you guys have 3 votes there.
That's enough.
Put them on someone to at least force a tie.
Yeah.
You know? I don't get it. Because like I said, there's going to be much more difficult tribal councils down the line. Okay? Yeah. And you're using your shot in the dark now? Now?
What I also don't get is, I mean, Lauren had played up that she didn't have a vote, yet during the episode, she's debating whether or not she should vote.
Yeah.
And she decides not to vote, which is puzzling.
Well...
I mean, among all that chaos, I guess it's not...
This is the thing, is also because she told everyone she lost her vote.
So she kind of pretty much locked her into herself not voting that
Yeah, and I think there was... I don't think she was a target, right? For Brandon.
Briefly.
Brandon wanted to hit. So who was the targets mostly? It was Brandon?
It was Lauren's name came up first between Matthew and Brandon, and then It was pretty much just Brandon's name. That's all we saw.
And then he just...
And then Maddie was collateral, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So... it's a goofy tribe, man.
That tribe is...
I think it's not going to get easier for them either. We'll see if Matthew and Brandon continue to work together. But you know how many confessionals Brandon had this episode?
Probably a lot.
14. He had 14 confessionals.
Well, I mean, he had like the Medivac, so you're gonna get confessionals.
Yeah, he had the coconuts.
The birdcage stuff.
Yeah, he found the key, and then he also was
I can see.
He was a big part of the episode.
Yeah, he was.
But
when was that?
I was a little disappointed watching the episode and seeing the immunity challenge end and being like, oh, there's only 15 minutes left. Like,
yeah,
we're not gonna get much back at camp.
No, and that was the other thing. Tribal went. I don't know. Maybe I'm used to Australian survivors now with the tension and like those moments of just pause. And they get to tribal council, and Jonathan just looks at them, and he's like, "Well," and you just have like this silence. Like now, tribal council just seems so fast in American Survivor. I don't know. Did it seem fast for you?
I mean, now that you point it out, but like in the moment, I was just so confused with what the hell was happening.
That's the other thing. It's like you
what the hell?
Can't really figure it, and they were just
when Jamie did it, I was like, "What's happening?" And then when I saw Lauren not vote, I'm like, "What's happening?" And then I see Matthew not do the shot. The dart goes off. I'm like, "What's happening?"
No,
I'm like that's gonna tip Brandon off to play his idol. And then I thought Lauren was going, to be honest, but we see Maddie go home.
Yeah, it would have been smart to get Lauren out there, but Maddie she was chaos, man.
So, it was an eventful episode. Yeah. It was an episode.
Yeah, I mean...
It was one of those episodes.
Jeff's been talking mad shit about season 43, too, for some reason.
Someone pointed out that they finally updated the CBS, like, official website, like, the casting page.
Yeah, you talked about that.
And they skipped over 43.
Yeah, he's pissed about 43.
So it goes from 42 to, like, the 44 cast.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about that.
I don't know why. 43, I think, was well-received by almost everyone. I love 43. I think that was one of the best seasons in a while. Jeff hates it, though.
Australian Survivor.
Yeah, okay. Let's settle down about that, too. I don't even know if this season's that good on Australian Survivor.
You're tripping.
It's all right.
You're tripping.
It's good.
You're tripping.
But no, season 43. No, he was talking mad shit about season 43. I don't think he really likes Gabler as a winner.
Yeah.
When I think Gabler's a really fun winner. I don't know. You guys like 43, right?
I don't want to talk about 43 right now.
Why?
We're here to talk about 44.
You sound like pros now. Yeah, did you not see the tribal council? It's like a castle.
Okay.
And like when you walk into like the voting booth, it's like continues in there because
and there's like a chessboard.
Congrats! Here's my golf clap.
Wait,
I need a thematic season based on the players.
I would.
I need heroes, healers, hustlers. I need something. David versus Goliath.
Yeah, no. So that was one thing they said. Like a lot of it's tough to differentiate 41, 42, and 43 apart because they don't really have themes. And like, hopefully, maybe they put a theme in here.
You know who's doing themes? Australian Survivor.
Okay, we get it, Derek. They could have done one with like kings and knights and jokers or something. You know, those are the tribe names.
King, queens, like cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Although Australian Survivor does have a king, queen, and a joker.
Yeah.
I saw a picture. Like, do they have a sword on Australian too?
A sword? No.
No? Okay. Maybe I saw a different picture.
I don't know.
But yeah, let's talk about, I guess, what we anticipate happening next episode. Who do you guys think goes to tribal, and who possibly can go home? I mean, we don't have much to work off of.
Yeah. So you want to go people that we?
I don't think are we in consensus that Green probably doesn't go to tribal?
Yeah, I'm saying Green is probably the safest tribe.
But who? Yeah, probably moving forward. I mean, Danny, Josh, and Matt all look somewhat physically fit. I mean, I think
they have the strongest guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Claire seems fairly. No, they sat her out though.
She did sit out.
Yeah, and then Franny, I don't know.
She's young.
She's good at puzzles. She fit. Who's the other girl? I'm not sure. Oh, it's Heidi.
Right? Yeah, Heidi.
Yeah.
She's strong. I think from what I've read,
short but mighty,
she's ran like a super marathon. So
yeah, she said short but mighty, and she makes fire. So
yeah,
that tribe seems pretty.
She's probably the strongest.
Pretty fucking dominant right now. I think Purple's in trouble for some reason. Some people are saying that.
I think they're in trouble.
Really good, but I think they just got lucky. I mean,
I do too.
Is Yam Yam really going to carry them in the tribe in the challenges?
If he does, props to him.
Dude, if Yam Yam, I already love Yam Yam. If he's able to carry them in tribe or challenges, that'd be sick.
But as you guys both mentioned earlier, and I believe I mentioned it too, if Purple does go to tribal, probably going to be Carolyn, right?
No, I think it's going to be much more explosive. I think it's going to be Sarah.
Because Sarah's without a vote.
Yeah, Sarah's without a vote, and I think
But we don't know what's going to happen next episode too, because presumably another person from their tribe will go to the island.
maybe we'll see how they play it out. 43 only did it once, so we'll see if they do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff does like 43, so maybe.
What do you mean they did it once? They did it more than once.
Who else went to the island in 43?
Like we had one with Jesse, Carla.
Oh, they did. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, they did. That's where they had to paddle to the island.
Yeah.
They
There's
couldn't
several.
do it.
And then there was one with Owen, James, and Cassidy. Geos.
Oh shit, there was.
Yeah,
My
there were
bad.
several.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might not be next episode, but it might be down the line though.
Mm-hmm.
And Orange Tribe,
It's a mess.
who anyone could go, dude.
They're also hurt too because I think Matthew's still nursing.
The only thing that we got from that tribe is that Kane and Brandon aren't going to be working together because he received Kane's vote. And that's the only two that are still on that tribe.
Yeah.
That's all we got because Lauren didn't vote.
Yeah.
Jamie didn't vote. Matthew didn't vote. So,
Yeah.
like, that's all I know is Kane and Brandon probably not working together. Probably.
I don't know. Kane is like the most stable person on that tribe. I said it before. Kane is just kind of just going with the flow, I feel like. But everyone thought he was going to overplay. He's playing the best, I think.
He was in the middle and he chose a path and
He was in the majority.
he was in the majority.
Granted, the majority was too, but he was in the majority.
But it wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to go home on that tribe.
It could be anyone. Anyone could be friendly fire, anything. It could be just.
Do you think they put an idol back on that beach? Probably not, huh?
Oh yeah, they're gonna put a fucking. Are you crazy, man? Of course they're gonna put. They might put 6. Dude.
I think it just
they
like
just pop in like
it just
like,
downplays the birdcage then. No?
Yeah, but they'd rather have idols in the game than no idols. They'd rather downplay the birdcage than have no idols in the game.
It's stupid.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really annoying. I'm getting sick of it, but that's the way it is.
All right, well that wraps up
So,
our.
anyone want to make predictions on winners yet, or is it too late? Anyone want to make a trade?
Well, yeah,
They
they.
make prediction on the next tribe.
I'll
What?
go Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Although I'm more inclined to think that the tribe that just went to tribal probably goes back.
I'm gonna go. I'll go Brandon. I think my guy's gonna go. I think Brandon's gonna get voted off next episode.
I'm gonna go Kane.
Kane, you think Kane's gonna vote off?
I can see that too. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Anyone want to make prediction on winner? Like anyone want to make a trade?
Winner?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel really good about that green tribe. Like, and we've seen, I think, what is it? 41, 42, 43, the tribe that has the majority going to the merge, the winners come from that tribe.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's just a fact. You can't deny it.
yeah, that is true. So we'll see.
And if we feel strong about the green tribe now, then presumably it's just an inference that the winner might be on that tribe then.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you've kind of soured on after this first episode?
Sour just.
No.
I mean,
that tribe.
Myself, I guess.
well, kind of Jamie, but she was.
I mean,
We choose Lost Pig.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Josh didn't really have a big episode, so I'm kind of upset about that. But his tribe didn't have a lot to do, so no one got a good episode. Danny was barely talked to, Claire was barely talked to. I mean, Franny and Matt had the most content, but even that wasn't
And then
that
Heidi.
much. Heidi had a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Green was kind of just
They're chilling.
yeah, they're big chilling. And then the other, anyone about you? Or you really like Carolyn, right?
I mean, I'm like entertained by her.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I don't know if it's just coming off the heels of watching 32 and Debbie was on that season.
Did you finish 32?
Jeez,
Yeah, I did
bro.
finish 32.
Wait, you were entertained by Debbie?
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate Debbie. Yeah, she.
Oh,
Man,
boy.
if you could see my face right now, I'm just rubbing my
Yeah.
head. Like,
Man.
Oh boy.
my goodness.
Wait until she gets on season 34, dude.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna bring her back.
I'll
She's
have
worse.
to jump on that then.
But yeah, any big winner? I want to say Matthew. I still think my Matthew is gonna win. I think he had a good episode. I think he had good content.
No Daniel Strunk with the shoulder.
I don't know what the hell that was. Man, it's gonna be more like I don't know, Tyson or something.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
But that wraps up our episode 1 recap for Survivor season 44.
We got 4 people left.
I'm down to 4.
Me and Martin are 6.
I feel good about Franny and Claire. I do feel good about them. My first and last picks.
I would. Franny was your last pick.
Yeah, I wanted her. I was gonna take her in the 5th. I had her 9th overall though. She was my last pick. But yeah.
Damn, no, Franny's playing really good.
Who else do you have on there? Franny, Claire,
Kane,
and
I think was he?
Lauren.
Do you have Danny?
Lauren.
Oh no, you have Lauren.
Yeah.
You have Danny, right?
Yeah.
Danny didn't get a lot of content though, but I like Danny.
Yeah. So we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully, different than last season.
Yeah, I'm cheering for Yam Yam though.
But on the whole, I just want good, fun gameplay, fun players, fun time. That's what it's about.
I only want to win.
So be sure to follow us on Twitter at PlayingVoodooPod and like or subscribe wherever you're listening, whether it be Spotify or YouTube. We really appreciate the support. Let us know down in the comments. I'll tweet it out too if you're gonna follow us on Twitter. Who's gonna be the winner of this season? We want to hear from you guys. Let us know. For now, this is Playing Voodoo. In this case, where a split vote probably would have been safe.